If you're going to bed with a busy mind, that busy mind is eventually going to wake you up. It's going to let you sleep, especially if your sleep drive is high, but you're going to wake up with that said mind if you've not dealt with thoughts, feelings that have accumulated through the day. And I see this with a lot of women. By bedtime, they're exhausted, and so they just crash into
Yes.
bed.
Yes.
And so this is where having a routine, even if it's, I tell you, even if you're like, well, how do I fit a 20-minute time of meditation? You don't have to. If you don't have that, it is okay. 5 minutes, 5 things you're grateful for. That's it. Just make sure you put something down. Either you talk it out, you pray it out, or you write it down. That is a big one. Create that buffer. It is so important. So that mind routine is a big one. The second thing I would say is, of course, stress, right? Chronic stress. Now, people will say, well, how am I supposed to get rid of stress? Stress is just part of life. Yeah. But find ways to manage it, right? Sometimes stress overwhelms us so much that we don't even know what's the difference between us and our stress, right? So make sure, whether it's relaxing strategies, whether it's therapy, whether it's, medication in some instances, you want to try to, whether it's boundary setting. So these are things you really want to take care of during the day to prevent it from really consuming your night. Now, another part of the internal environment, especially for women in menopause and menopause, is those hot flashes, those feeling like you're burning and then all of a sudden you're cold again. Now that is challenging, right? And that's really because of hormonal changes. So there are various options for this. I usually like to let's try the more natural route first. So let's figure out, how can we make sure the room is cool enough? How can we make sure you're using breathable beddings? How can we make sure that even if you need an additional, like a fan or something, or like a cool mattress topper. So essentially you're trying to prevent those hot flashes and night sweats from waking you up. In some situations, we'll do like some supplements. They're different, like more holistic supplements people have used. Passion flower, hops. Some of these things can help. And then in some situations, especially if it's really out of control, you may need hormone replacement therapy. I know HRT has gotten a really bad rap with, oh my goodness, it's causing cancers. It's the type, the format, and who is administering it. So if you're struggling and your sleep is so much of an issue, there are different options, and hormone replacement therapy is not off the table at all.